Hey, good afternoon. This is Don Deary with KC Waterproofing. Hey, and I wanted to show you something. I just stopped by to inspect a leak in a foundation for a homeowner here in Olathe, and just wanted to show you what I found today. And I'm going to walk you through some of this because what I'm seeing is a wall, and I'll show you here in a second, a wall that has been pushed in because of the hydrostatic pressure. And a previous homeowner has come in and made some repairs to the foundation wall, and I'm going to show you what those repairs have now done to the structure of the home. And this is why I say stop the wall madness. This is why, fixing a foundation needs to be left to professional companies, not fly-by-night companies or companies that are just installing I-beams just to make money. And engineers are telling people that this is okay when it's not okay, because I'm going to show you the damage that it's now caused. So here we go. So I want to show you, this is a long foundation wall. So this is a north side of a home. You'll see right there was an I-beam or a steel beam that was installed. As I scan across here, you'll see there's nothing in between. There's a pipe, and then you'll see another steel beam. And then as we go over here, I'll show you yet another steel beam here right in the middle. And you'll see another one right there on the side. And then lastly, you're going to see one all the way down here. Oh, no, there's actually not another beam. So you've got a wall that is, I'd say, approximately 60 some feet long, and it's a side wall. So it's where most of your weight is sitting on the side. Actually, your weight's transferred to each end and transferred onto your I-beam. Right there, you have two I-beams. So the I-beam that I'm talking about is right above here, goes across, and then it transfers down to a steel column. The column goes into the floor, and then you have another column, and then it goes into a side foundation wall. You can see it over there. Okay? So with that being said, you've got your other I-beam that is setting up here, and it goes into the across, drops to a column. That column sits on top of a footing, and then you've got another column just on the other side of the steps, and then you've got a column on the end. Well, here's what's happening. So as you look on this side, here's a beam. Now this beam was attached into the floor. So there we go. It's down in the floor, and it's held by two bolts. And it's a good size. I mean, it looks like a big beam, right? So there's the beam going up the wall, and then it goes all the way up to the end. Well, here's what starts to happen. Hi, Sadie. Good to see you. Hi, Olivia. Good to see you. Thanks for being on. We're talking today. My name's Don Deary. I'm with KC Waterproofing. So we're talking today about why putting steel beams up against a foundation wall is not the way to repair it. And we've got so many foundation companies here in Kansas City that are doing this kind of repair, which are really ripping people off, number one. And it's not a structural repair. It's not the way it needs to be taken care of. So here's what we see. So as you see, this beam starts at the floor. It goes all the way up the wall, and it's an 8-foot wall. And then it's braced with these little pieces of wood. You can see those, that wood there, that wood there, that wood there. And then we're going to go over and we're going to look at this other one. Okay, so here's your other beam. Once again, it's down in the floor. You go up, it's braced. Oh, look, there's a little piece of wood that's holding that one. Sorry, it's a little dark there. But you can see that little piece of wood that's holding that one. And then you see the wood laying across. It's just nailed in there. It's not even lag bolted. Laying across and laying across. So then you go over here to this one. Same thing, wood, wood, and wood. So, and then you go to the last one here. Oh, see, they used a 2x4 to wedge it between the floor joists. So the floor joist is this piece of wood right there, the long piece that holds the subfloor of your home. So you can see they used a piece of wood there, and then they used nails and these little pieces of wood. So here's what's happening. Okay, so when you do a wall, when a wall is pushed inward, okay, you have to take the clay soil away from the wall that's caused the problem. And we have even large companies here in Kansas City that, you know, don't take away the clay soil. They leave the clay soil and they put an anchor or something out in the yard, which is, once again, doing you a disservice, not doing a good job. But when you don't take away the clay soil, that pressure from all that clay is still on the outside of that wall. Here's what happens. When clay gets wet, clay expands. When it expands, it puts over 150 pounds per lineal foot of pressure on that foundation wall. When it dries, it shrinks, and then it pulls back away from the wall. And then it gets wet again, then it pushes back on the wall. That's what's causing the problem. Here's what I want to show you guys. Is you look, there's an I-beam, there's a beam right here. Okay, so you see the beam goes up into the floor joist, it's pushing on the floor joist. Then they used this wood to attach, to hold it. Now you can see right here, the wood is starting to bend. It's actually being pushed. Now here's what I want to show you. As you go over to this column, I want you guys to see that column. That column is now crooked. It's actually leaning the other direction because the foundation wall is still pushing. The beams are, you know, supposedly holding it, but now they're pushing the whole house this way. The actual center I-beam of the house is now moving. Here's what I really want to show you. The further you get away, look at this beam. You see how crooked that beam is? So it's literally pushing the whole frame of the house the other direction. And this is what's causing problems with foundations, and this is why using a unscrupulous foundation repair company is the worst. And you're not just saving money, because you're actually causing yourselves even more damage. Here's what else I want to show you. Look at this floor joist up here. You can see, hopefully you can see it well, it has got so much pressure on the middle of the house now that it's literally, the homeowner had said that the carpet is actually twisted upstairs. And you can see the twist in that floor joist right there. Now here's the next thing. Look at this one. It's literally pushing that floor joist. Floor joists are not designed to hold the structure of our homes. They're designed to hold the weight of the home on downward pressure, not side pressure. Now I want you to look at this beam. Look how crooked that beam is. Now remember where I'm at. This is the I-beam. There's the foundation wall. There's the steel column that they put in. They put another one about halfway. But now look at the wall. Look at the floor joist. It's literally twisting them. This column is now moved from level. It should be plumb to now it's leaning to the other side. Now here's what I really want to show you. They're finishing out the basement. And so you can see the basement's being finished. You can see I'm away from that area. I want you to look at this column. Look at that. The 2x4s are level. Look what the column's done. It's literally moved all the way to the side. And so what's ended up happening here, and I want you to see how far I'm away from the wall. I'm about 20 feet from that foundation wall, but that load that's being pushed on that outside wall is now transferred, that load, all the way to this column, all the way down to this point, to where this one is almost level still because it's transferred, and then it's going back into that foundation wall on that side. So the reason I show you this is, I just want to make sure that if you're having foundation problems, if you're having a wall that's pushing in, if you're seeing signs of cracks in your sheetrock or doors and windows that don't open or close, give a professional a call. My name's Don Deary. I'm with KC Waterproofing, and I'm your advocate to make sure that your foundation repair project goes well, it's engineered, and works every time. And I just thank you for letting me talk to you today. Again, give us a call, 816-505-9990. I hope this helped. Please call if you have any questions. I'd love to talk to you. Thank you so much.